boys and girls. Welcome to Bible Study Sing Along with Mimi. I'm Mimi, and I'm so happy that you joined me today. If you were with me during my last video, we talked a lot about God and the Bible. We said that it's God's Word and that we can trust that because it just makes sense. Our cars, our phones, everything that we have had to be made by somebody. Why would we think that the world and all the people in it would be anything different? If the things we own had to be made, we had to be made too. Had to be somebody pretty powerful. We read about that somebody in the Bible, and that somebody is God. Well, now that we know that the Bible is God's Word, and we can trust that it's God's Word, maybe we need to pick it up and kind of get to know it a little bit. They come in different shapes and sizes and even colors. This is a Bible. It's pink on the outside. This is a Bible. It's beige with a nice brown binding on the side. This one looks like all Bibles used to before they started coming in different colors, and it's black with the lettering on the side. It says Holy Bible. It sells more copies than any other book in the world, but yet people seem to have trouble believing it. But you and I don't. When you open most books, most of them start with a table of contents telling you what page you can find certain chapters. Now you might be saying, Mimi, I can't read. That's okay. That's okay. I'm here to help you. When we look in the table of contents, we find out that this is not just one book, but 66 books. Could you carry around 66 books in your arms? That would be awfully hard. But with the Bible, we've got 66 books, all under one cover. So let's see if we can remember that. Do you know how a choo-choo train goes? Can you do this with me? Ah, I hear a rhyme coming on. 66, 66, 66 books in the Bible. 66, 66, 66 books in the Bible. Hey, that can help me remember. 66 books in the Bible. You know what else I see when I look at this table of contents? There are two parts to the Bible. There's the front part and the back part, or the first part and the second part, but we know them as the Old Testament and the New Testament. Can you say that? Old Testament and New Testament. That's what's in our Bibles. We're holding a lot when we're holding this book in our hands, aren't we? I've got God's Word in my hands. I've got God's Word in my hands. I've got God's Word in my hands. I've got the Bible in my hands. I've got 66 books in my hands. I've got 66 books in my hands. I've got 66 books in my hands. I've got the Bible in my hands. I've got two parts in my hands. I've got two parts in my hands. I've got two parts in my hands. I've got the Bible in my hands. I've got God's Word in my hands. I've got 66 books in my hands. I've got two parts in my hands. I've got the Bible in my hands. 2 parts and 66 books. That's a lot in one cover, but that's what we have. Now, Old Testament, New Testament. How many books are in the Old Testament? There are 39. Can you say 39? And in the New Testament, there are 27 books. 27. Do you know what 39 plus 27 is? It's 66. You just learned a big math problem too. I don't know if you can see this very well behind me, but it says Bible bookcase on it. And it's a picture of books. And on the shelves of these books are written the names of the books of the Bible. I want us to see if we can figure out a way to learn all of those books, because it'll make it a whole lot easier when you do start reading to find them in the books if you know what order they're in. So let's start with the Old Testament. It starts with Genesis, which means beginning, and it ends with Malachi. That's 2 of the books. We got 37 more. Let's see if we can learn a song that will help us to remember them. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st Kings, 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and the last book, Malachi, last book of the Old Testament. Number of years went by before God had any more writings in the New Testament to record. But when we do start again, we start with the book of Matthew in the New Testament, and we end with Revelation. 27 books in the New Testament, that's 2 of them, 25 to go. Let's see if we can sing a song. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Acts, and the letter to the Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, and Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, 1st and 2nd Timothy, Titus, and Philemon, Hebrews, and the book of James, 1st and 2nd Peter, 1st and 2nd, 3rd John, Jude, and Revelation. That's all of them. We just sang all 66 books. Now, if you want to learn those, you can back up this video and listen to those songs over and over. I don't have the best singing voice, but they're in the right order. And it really, really helps. And don't think this is baby stuff if you're a little bit older and you're watching with a younger brother or sister. Many people can learn more easily by singing and putting something to music. You may notice that I don't have any instruments in the background. It's just my voice. Well, that's because if you look through the New Testament and the way that God instructs us to worship Him, He doesn't mention instruments. He says to sing and make melody in your hearts to the Lord. That's in Ephesians 5:19. He says that the melody is to be made in our hearts. God doesn't matter how good our voices are. It doesn't matter to God if we can sing fast or slow, loud or soft. What matters is what's in our heart. And what matters is that we learn that this is God's word and this is truth and that we can trust it. So, as we go through our daily lives, let's remember that we need to follow what's in this book. But before we can follow it, we have to learn to use it. So I think we got a good start today, don't you? I think we did. So I want to encourage you to let your light shine. Remember how we said last time that when you shut the lights off and it's totally dark and you can't see, you flip that light on and there's light. There's a lot of bad things going on in this world. You do one good thing and it shows up just like a light in a dark room. So let your light shine. Do what you know is right. Listen to Mom and Dad. And I hope you'll join me again next time. Until then, let your light shine. Be good. Bye, everyone.